You're going to find yourself in this weird, wild, wacky world we're in. This is another scene for Darkness in Dublin, the Mage venue. This evening's scene brings us back to, well, the place where most of our social scenes end up being set. The Green Dragon. The Mage Bar, which was recently compromised by a individual from a storybook, which I'm sure Cassidy will, tell everyone about that once they arrive. Because Cassidy is sitting at the bar with a veggie burger in front of her and a glass of water.
Austin, you go first.
Alright. A not dapper man goes ahead and slinks his way into the establishment, trying not to go ahead and drag behind his left foot. But for some strange reason, earlier in the day, there was a huge industrial accident that went ahead and happened on it. So that's the thing now.
Are you picking up Minnie's curse of the constant broken foot?
No, that isn't a curse that can be inherited in such a way. It's an elaborate ritual that requires many components and several months in preparation. And Isaac is not somebody who goes ahead and goes into that much preparation, as you know. But he'll just go ahead and, as I said, slink into the bar, try to go ahead and find himself someplace with a nice cool breeze on his face, and someplace where the ice won't go ahead and melt all over him.
Okay, so at this point, goddamn it, I almost said Minnie. At this point, Aurora will enter. She kind of knocks on the door. Is it alright if I come in?
Cassidy kind of looks around. She's like, has anyone ever knocked on the door before? Come in?
She's in the door frame with her head poked in.
Come in, I guess?
Well, thank you. I didn't want to be impolite. This is my first visit.
As far as I know, the Green Dragon is open to all.
My name's Aurora.
Cassidy. She'll extend a hand.
Do you want vampires? Because this is how you get vampires.
I would like to point out I'm very much alive.
Oh.
She kind of narrows her eyes at Isaac. Seriously?
Isaac's just go ahead and put two fingers up. Go ahead and walk over to the new girl. Go ahead and press these two fingers up to her forehead.
Very warm. Her skin is warm. Also, any lights within 5 meters of Aurora start emitting small wisps of Aurora Borealis.
To this reaction, Isaac is just going to go ahead and... because this is an abnormal display of brilliance and brightness, and his soul is deep, dark, and black. He'll slide that corner again.
Stop it!
I mean, it's okay. It's just the small flaw. It's not as bright as you're thinking it is.
For this moment, Isaac will overreact.
Okay.
Isaac, stop it! Don't be rude.
His mouth opens and closes. He just says, "I'm not trying to be rude. I'm trying to root out like vampires."
Oh, good grief. I don't think vampires can even come in here. They don't even see it. They walk right by it.
Oh, I'm not way too familiar about all the wards that are placed on this place, man.
Forgive him. We've had a bit of a, well, vampire issue lately. And a white rabbit issue.
Like,
Yes, like the storybook character.
big oof.
Somehow he managed to shatter the barrier that protects this place.
Oof.
Still not sure how he did it. The second he
Some
walked out, it repaired itself.
If I had to guess, the answer is probably magic.
Oh, probably. It's got something to do with this stupid circus that's in town. We've kidnapped one of our own.
That is also a big oof.
She kind of looks to Isaac because she knows Isaac is, in a cabal with Georgie.
What's his face? Isaac looks none the more plussed with the topic being brought up.
Does he actually know?
The cabal of questionable decisions does not keep up regular contact. Let's just go ahead and say, if people disappear for the hot minute, this it's not, alarm bells aren't going to be ringing. Let's just go ahead and say.
Okay. Isaac, you do know they have Georgie, right?
Isaac just going to go ahead and blink, shift himself in good old Cassidy's direction, and simply say, "What? How did they do that?"
We ran into a certain... Oh, good... I hate not being able to say the names of these characters because it really bothers me.
He who ought not be named.
A certain flutist from a story from Germany.
Oh, a second he who shall not be named.
Why aren't you guys saying their names?
Out of character, we actually cannot say their names. Like, we can try, but it won't work.
Huh. Okay. That is.
I mean, one is the sinister spinner, the other is the luring lutist.
There you go. But yes. We heard the music and noticed that it was infused with Prime. We followed it, and the flutist was playing for people, and anytime they dropped money into his little case that he had set out, he took part of their soul.
Oof.
We followed him because he had 3 kids with him. Well, I say kids, they were teenagers. And when he let them go, the box that he'd been dropping the money into attempted to suck him back in. Georgie and Damien attempted to save him. They did, but in his place, Georgie got sucked in.
Yeah, that sounds about right for a German fairy tale.
Okay, so you're saying my Kambal mate was kidnapped by the Krampus?
Not the Krampus. It was.
Because I was gonna say, like, Christmas in July is a thing, I think, but
okay. Specific fairy tale that used a flute to lure a bunch of kids away.
yeah. Town went ahead and contracted an outside contractor to get rid of the pest problem. They did not pay the pest
Yes.
specialist, and he took his own sort of payment.
Yes, that one.
What a dick. Double dick, because they got Georgie. Triple dick, because how the hell did... Never mind.
And we kept him with us, and then, well, that's when the rabbit of a certain color showed up and threatened that if we didn't hand him back by... Was it this Saturday? Maybe. I don't remember, but we're not handing him back anyway. We weren't going to get Georgie back anyway, but...
Well, what? You guys are just gonna give up on another person like that?
We're not giving up on her. Nobody's giving up on her. I don't even think Georgie's giving up on herself right now.
I'll say this. They weren't going to give Georgie back, even if we did give him back. They were going to keep them both. But I'm going in Sunday when they open with my girlfriend, and hopefully we can get something done about it.
Alright. I'd like to ask you many questions about this.
Okay. Ask your questions. I will answer as best as I can.
Isaac brings out a small notebook,
Oh
a
dear.
small pen, both Smart Mart brand off-brands, so that the pages are sort of fraying at the moment, and the pin he has to go ahead and double-click fucking twice to get fucking engaged. Alright. You said something about a circus.
Yes.
What's this circus all about, then?
It's a circus? I don't really know. It's... I think it's like the Harkin Brothers Circus, the one that just came into town.
Okay. Harkin Brother Circus. And they got representatives, the rabbit that would lure, the rabbit that would lure, pinstripe, knee high. Gotcha. No,
Yes.
that doesn't work. That's more confusing.
Rabbit of a
Just gonna
certain
put
color.
rabbit.
And then the flutist.
Mm-hmm.
Thus far, that's all I know about as far as the representatives go. We have the flutist. He's staying with Damien at the moment. As is Kato, funny enough.
Interesting. How did you capture the flutist?
He stayed with us when Georgie closed the box behind her when she fell in.
Wait, is the flutist not under our arrest?
I mean, from what I understand, the flutist is a victim.
The flutist doesn't even know his own name. His name has been taken, as has his story.
How does this sound so familiar?
Hmm.
Oh
Okay.
shit, wrong character.
Okay. The flutist, have you been able to ascertain that he once was just a normal average Joe?
I think this might be the real deal. He wasn't normal, that's for certain.
Awakened, maybe? Demigod?
Possibly.
Strange. But he seems to not be counter to our interest in this matter?
No, he's simply staying with Damien for the moment, as far as I know.
I mean, Wouldn't you depend on the kindness of random strangers if you had amnesia as well?
Certainly true. I mean, I'm living with my girlfriend because she, decided my shoebox apartment was entirely too small. So,
Hmm. Interesting. Does the Ludus does the Ludus remember anything before the night that Doji's was taken?
he says as far as he remembers, he's been with the circus. I'm concerned that something is happening to the stories. We investigated something sometime back about stories that were turning up blank. And I can't remember the name of the story now, and it bothers me to no end.
Don't you just hate meta narratives? Alright. So the Ludus not with the circus. Does he wish to
Not
return to the
willingly, I don't
circus?
think. He doesn't seem to. He has not expressed a desire to go back. Not that I know of, anyway. I'd have to ask Damien for any more information.
Alright. Isaac's just gonna go ahead and put a bunch of question marks underneath and around the Ludus. Go on to the next topic of discussion. You know Georgie's a goddamn badass kung fu master, right?
I think they may have rewritten her mind.
Dot, dot, dot.
She. We ran into her the next day, and there was no recognition in her face at all when looking at any of us. It was like she didn't even know us.
Mm-hmm.
And she was going by Nightingale?
You mean like the nurse that goes ahead and takes care of soldiers all romantic like during World War One?
I don't know. It was strange, to say the least.
It reminds me of a old Chinese story of a nightingale who sang very beautifully, but once in captivity, started dying. So, in order to please the emperor, they made him a mechanical nightingale and freed the living one.
The mechanical one live long?
I mean, I would certainly hope so.
That seems like an abominable existence for a soulless construct, being locked behind cages, forced to sing for a master, not truly feeling the things that you feel when you put in your song out there.
That seems like it's more of a personally connected story than it is an actual sentence.
Isaac shrugs, takes another sip of his long neck.
Are you okay,
Sunday.
Isaac?
Nothing's okay, but what's new?
Okay.
Circus, Sunday. What?
Yes, Sunday. As I said, myself and my girlfriend are going in. With any luck, we'll be able to figure out what they've done to Georgie and undo it.
Big oof. You should shield your mind before entering.
Oh, I fully intend to.
Or shield your own narrative.
Would that be entropy?
I mean, the Hermetics would call it, like, entropy. I would also call it entropy, but just because I don't have my own terminology for these things.
So basically, what I'm hearing is you wanted to talk and say words.
I'm sorry, you may have to repeat that one.
So what you're saying is you wanted to talk and say words of no real meaning.
Talking nonsense? That sounds right up my bag.
Sounds
I
kind of
mean,
like Isaac.
it's valid.
I mean, if one way is to go ahead and, like, walk into the circus pretty much immune to its deleterious effects, is to go ahead and talk nonsense, be purposeless and meaningless and heartless and emotionless without any soul or purpose in your life. I mean, it's not a bad way to go out your life.
Are you depressed?
Isaac snorts.
Oh, you know what always works in the books? Bringing an item or person of significance to the person that's trying to remember.
Isaac, I think you know Georgie better than I do.
You should bake cookies. You should bake a lot of fucking cookies. If you think you have enough cookies, you do not have enough cookies. You need to, from the time you leave this establishment to when you get to the circus, bake cookies. Homemade cookies. Not shit you can buy from the store. I'm talking about something that's made with, like, love and care and TLC and all the other bullshit.
What?
Does she like cookies?
I think so.
I don't know. The phrase that it needs to have all the love it can contain feels like a story behind that.
I have to agree.
I mean, yeah, no, legit. Put love into the cookies. Do not stop making them until you leave the circus. And bring the cookies. Just don't ask me why it's gonna work. Don't ask me if it's gonna work. Just do it. Just do it. Just. Isaac goes ahead and scratches his pin onto his wrist, and then goes ahead and chews it. Just do it.
I mean, I'm not that great of a cook.
Oh, I saw this recipe online that's like a 3-ingredient cookie.
Sounds like even I couldn't screw that up.
Yeah.
I can make tea, but I cannot make cookies.
So, yeah, Aurora will pull out her phone and show you the recipe.
Oh, that's really easy.
I would offer you the industrial-sized ovens we have for the Smart Mart, but I think that's undercutting the issue of love. There's no love in those machines. Believe me, I went looking and all I got was burnt.
So, love and cookies. You could use. I think you could use the Mind Sphere to infuse the cookies with love.
She's not wrong. That's the thing that you can. What was your name back in? Isaac goes and extends his hands out.
I'm Aurora. And she'll shake your hand.
Nice to meet you. Isaac's hand is slightly warmer.
Sorry, you caught me when I took a bite of my sandwich.
Legit.
It's fine.
Also worthy of note, despite the rather inexplicably hot weather in Ireland lately, Cassidy is wearing a long sleeve shirt.
Aurora is wearing a very flowy sundress.
Isaac, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, yeah, she has a appearance tour with the appearance spec bright.
Totally appropriate reaction. I'm sorry.
Not an appropriate reaction.
Isaac, for his part, is wearing the S-Mart, Shop Smart, S-Mart uniform with the name tag.
And I'm not exactly. I've only just started learning how to use that particular sphere. I'm far more adept at life and spirit magic.
Out of character, I'm checking my character sheet to see what spheres I got.
Yeah, Cassidy has, I think, mind one.
It's not for yourself, at least.
I mean, her girlfriend is Christina. You know, she's part of the freaking Arete 4 club.
Lol.
I don't think I have the appropriate level of mind to help you with this.
She just looks over at Isaac.
Link. If you're trying to find something behind his gaze, you're not finding nothing.
Oh boy. Suppose none of us have the appropriate skill necessary. Oh, we'll talk to Christina. I'm sure she probably has it.
That or you buy into the meta narrative, which I don't suggest, really, to be quite honest.
He just looks at him.
Look, you're going into the circus, right? It has a lot of acts, lots of different forms of entertainment, acrobatics, cannonballs, clowns, whatever have you. Marilyn Bailey and maybe Circus Stole, possibly, with contortionists and like goddamn scarf acrobats as well. Look, there's a lot of things that could be happening. Also, the freaks. Oh, for Christ's sakes, all of the goddamn freaks. What was I gonna say? Yeah, a lot of meta narratives going on all at the same time. There's really no way for you to go ahead and account for one, since they're probably going to be shotgunning you with at least 10 to 20 at the same time.
He just looks extremely confused.
You know, it may help us if we know why. The cookies.
Look, I sat down with her once. We had cookies made by another of our cabal. It was fantastic and awesome. It's probably the only reason we stuck together, okay? Cookies. Cookies are the reason that we stuck together. Without the cookies, I don't think we'd be a cabal today, because we all make questionable decisions.
That would be a funny name.
It would.
What? Cookies?
Questionable decisions.
Like, if you're looking for something like behind Isaac's gaze, you're not gonna find it. He simply goes ahead and says, "Yeah, that's what we are."
Oh dear.
I mean, like, we don't have like a goddamn chantry like the Hermetics, or a grove like gosh darn Old Faithers, but we're a cabal.
Cassidy just glares at him as he talks about Old Faithers.
I mean, you don't have to have like a specific place to be a cabal. I mean, all you had to have is like a willingness to work together, right?
I mean, you're not wrong. Goes ahead
I'm
and shakes
sorry
his
about
head.
Doggo.
Oh, Doggo's cute.
So cute, Doggo. Doggo's so cute. Isaac goes ahead and shakes his head. Nah. Cabals come, cabals go. I think this one was made real quick due to some glue that's no longer there anymore. I don't know how long this particular bomb's gonna go ahead and last, but shrugs. Read it for as long as possible, I guess.
Wait, glue that's no longer there. Oh. She kind of bites her lip and kind of looks down at the floor.
On an out of character no, I just missed what was said because of Abner.
Because he mentioned a glue that is no longer there, and Cassidy's just like, oh. Yeah.
Fucking vampires.
A
Looking
lot
over
of
to
long
Cassie.
faces. We should, I've never had beer. What kind should I try?
I couldn't make a recommendation. I don't actually drink myself, so.
Isaac's just gonna go ahead and amble along towards the bar, pick up like a domestic stout, go ahead and place it in front of her, sit back down.
Thank you very much. I lived with my father before this, and he never let me try this stuff. And so she takes it. She goes to take a big old swig, and like this being her first time ever drinking beer, she makes a face, and like her cheeks puff up as she's trying to not spew / spit it out everywhere. It is
Ugh.
disgusting.
Oh dear. Isaac just goes ahead and throws a pile of napkins at her.
She will take it and, use them to absorb the beer. I never want to do that again. That's disgusting.
Isaac just goes ahead and takes the undrinking beer onto his side of the table. Nah, we had a whatchamacallit, a ceremony. We had a ceremony. for Minnie. Actually, it wasn't all that elaborate. Apparently, Isaac is going to be talking to himself for a bit.
Cassidy's just gonna look a little sad at that.
He goes ahead and he cannot give a reassuring glance over to you. You look into his eyes, and there's nothing there as the automaton continues. So, there were no remains that we could go ahead and take, but we decided to just make it all ceremonial and symbolic. We got a casket, and we filled it up with cookies and whiskey, and we buried it. And at the burial site, we erected a bit of a tombstone. And one of the epithets we went ahead and put in was just too sweet for us. It's too sweet for us.
That was definitely a fitting. Seriously, hush. A fitting epithet for Minnie.
Aurora will squeeze both of your shoulders gently. She sounds like a good person.
Isaac goes ahead and attracts the hand at his shoulder, goes ahead and places it at Cassidy.
He's not a big fan of physical contact.
Oh, my apologies.
No, I was thinking about you. I mean, people who go ahead and touch me for extended periods of time often go ahead and come back with experience of paralysis, chills, and ghostly haunts in their ears.
Oof.
That's a joke.
Oh.
I
Yeah,
Isaac goes ahead and turns his head to Cassidy. That you could tell that was a joke, right?
You were a little deadpan, Isaac.
Ah,
I mean, it's probably because he's dead inside, like all millennials.
I take offense to that. I'm also a millennial.
You were born before 1995?
a lot of us were born before 1995. The age range of millennials goes ahead and keeps expanding and expanding and expanding. We are now the predominant generation on the goddamn planet. So saying a millennial is depressed is just simply saying that mankind currently, right now, is predominantly depressed.
I mean, yeah.
I'm a very young millennial. I was born in 94.
Stares, daggers, lies.
I was! I was born on October 31st, 1994.
I mean, you don't really need to tell me, when you were born, because I assume all you've ever been are at least 100,000 years old, but will remain your perpetual beauty and youth forever.
Aurora will lean over.
Tell me I am wrong.
Cassidy. What's going on with this guy?
Honestly, I don't really know.
She'll nod and sit back up in her chair.
I've only seen him in here a couple of times, and he's always been a bit odd.
So Aurora will scoot up next to Isaac and look at him. Why are you like this?
He's just gonna go ahead and lean away and not go ahead and make eye contact. just stares straight ahead while you're like peering at him, like full on face. Isaac is
Sorry.
not violently, but frantically trying to avoid the cutting question by downing his throat in beer.
I'm sorry about that. My father was very protective of me, so he didn't let me interact with a lot of people in the chantry. And since that was everybody, he knew I didn't get a chance to interact with a lot of people. Would you like a hug?
Sure, I will not fight this hug.
She gives you a hug.
Isaac remains stock the fuck still.
She then pats your head and sits back down in her regular spot.
Just so you know, I'm dying over here out of character.
We're glad to entertain you. Right. Circus. Georgie. Get her back.
Yes.
Priority.
Save her with the love of cookies.
Yeah, sure. We'll go ahead and do that. We'll save her with the love of fucking cookies. Yes. We'll save her with love third time removed. Gotcha. No, that's totally a thing that's gonna work. He now grumbles as he does not believe this anymore.
You were the one who suggested it.
I'm good at jumping to the obvious conclusions. I'm not good at believing the obvious conclusions. Scratch that. Believing wholeheartedly is a problem for me.
Cassidy's just gonna pinch the bridge of her nose and go back to her veggie burger.
I
It's now
do
getting
think that
cold.
the idea originally stemmed from my suggestion of find something strong emotional connection via a person or object.
But yeah, Cassidy's gonna go back to her veggie burger because it's getting cold.
Isaac, for his part, is going to go ahead and take a very, very small break at Candy Crush, a game which he has not yet gone ahead and complete the tutorial. Just keeps failing and failing and failing. I wonder how he's doing it. Like it's a fucking magic trick. He'll go ahead and like place his thumb over the 3 candies, and the 3 candies become like 2 candies and 1 chocolates, and then the game over sound plays over and over and over until he eventually just places it on the counter. So how long have you been in the city? To Aurora?
I think a week.
You think?
Yeah, it's very exhausting moving from a completely different country, so
I completely get that. I just recently moved from the US myself, so
okay. I think I lived in Californication. No,
California?
yes, that. It's just that was the name of the chantry I lived in.
Ah, okay. You are not the only one having, background sound issues.
This is fine. Oh, I'm okay. I just dropped my computer. Sorry for the noise.
Oh no, Don't drop the computer, that's bad.
That is vital equipment.
But yeah, Cassidy just kind of nods. I moved around a lot. Can't really say I'm from one place.
That must have been a wild experience.
Yeah, it was. When she says this, her hand moves up and grabs the amethyst pentacle that she wears around her neck and starts kind of gently massaging it between her thumb and her fingers.
Did I hit a sore spot again? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I can totally roll manipulation subterfuge for that if you want.
She's like not worried about it. Like,
I was gonna say, yeah, that would be a really bad time because she has a dice pool of 1 for that.
I have a dice full of 5 and a specialty in discernment. Let's go.
Oh, God. Okay.
That is not the right dice channel. It'll take me a hot second to get here. Here we go.
I mean, you're not the only person having 1 dice in manipulation subterfuge rolls.
That's a fail.
I might have failed to. Oh, I got 1, 2, 3 successes.
That is a blatantly obvious lie.
Good thing Isaac doesn't care.
I mean, he cared enough to discern it, so.
When your third eye opens, there's a lot of things that you just can't ignore anymore. Like other people's feelings. Oh, I made myself sad now.
But yeah, that was a blatant lie. A really bad one.
Isaac is gonna go ahead and like point at Gold Cassidy. Go ahead and like more pointedly go ahead and point at the dear object of affection. Just go ahead and say, "Oh, neat. Where'd you get that?"
From my foster brother.
Foster brother. I didn't know they gave us. Are you saying that you were in the system for a hot second there?
For my entire life.
I see. Did you eventually land someplace cool? Or safe at least? Or is it all just a drag?
I mean, if you consider running away to live on the streets cool or safe.
How'd the system fail you?
She's gonna pause for just a minute before she rolls up the sleeves of her shirt. showing very prominent burn scars that are very clearly cigarette burns.
So you do have scars. That's one myth that vanished.
Would it be okay if I gave you a hug?
Cassidy would go ahead and nod.
You're getting a hug.
Cassidy is okay with this. Cassidy likes hugs. Cassidy frequently hugs Merlin. She'll kind of quickly roll her sleeves back down and wipe her eyes.
This is an intense conversation to have with a stranger.
It is. She feels comfortable with her, though. And she wasn't going to try and lie again because, well, we see how well that goes.
This is a very, very intense conversation to have to Isaac, to be honest. Got him. Running himself out, Isaac goes ahead and says, your foster brother is a good guy, is what I'm hearing.
He was one of the best, yeah.
Still around?
No, he got killed while we were on the streets. Mistaken identity. And that was when I awakened.
Did you awaken as the cause of the death? Excuse me. Words. I can say them. Was your brother's death a catalyst?
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Nobody died in my arms.
It's close enough to the event. Did he go happy?
He said there was no one else he would have rather had with him.
Sounds like a good death to me. And no Chakravanti, Thanatoy. Sounds like a good death.
He always was a fighter. Anyway, let's let's change topics.
They got cinnamon rolls back there, right? Wrapped up in plastic and probably a few days old, but still good.
She orders a cinnamon roll and, because matter, a fresh cinnamon roll comes out. It is still warm.
The magic of conjuration.
I didn't need my veggie burger anyway.
You tried, but we kept distracting you. Sorry about that.
That's okay. I'll just eat one when I get home. The ones that I make at home are a lot better than the ones here anyway.
Are you vegetarian or vegan?
Vegetarian. I don't think I could give up cheese.
Cheese is really good.
Cheese is life. That is probably the one reason I could not be vegan. Vegetarian I can do. Vegan? Nope. I like cheese too much and ice cream.
Ice cream is pretty amazing, IMO.
You know, in meat space, we just say, in my opinion.
I mean, I do very much enjoy red meat burgers.
Isaac narrows his eyes. I think you missed my meeting.
Probably. I do that a lot. And she looks a little sad.
Cassidy's gonna set a hand on her shoulder. It happens to the best of us.
What I meant to get at was you do a lot of chatting, I'm guessing, on the. He goes ahead and like taps the table in front of him like a keyboard.
I read a lot online.
Okay, that is legit. That is legit. What do you read then? News, novels? Do you listen to audiobooks?
Uh, yes. Yes. And yes.
I assume that the chantry you got set up with has all of the gosh darn internet.
I mean, why wouldn't we have internet access?
Some chantries are antiquated, traditionalist. Some do not have a hard line to telecommunications or electricity, or even plumbing sometimes.
Oh my goodness, I couldn't live without plumbing or electricity. I love the internet.
Okay.
Cassidy kind of looks at her her flip phone. This thing is clearly like extremely antiquated. Like it probably doesn't even have access to Wi-Fi.
But is it a Nokia brick?
It is not. It is a flip phone, so it is not a Nokia brick.
Like 2005.
Yeah.
Well, she has a for Aurora. She has a nice, decent phone. Uh, um, but
And
it's
Cassidy
like
probably could afford to get an
352.
upgrade, but she just doesn't.
Isaac's phone came from the stupendous summer sale. Come on to your local Smart Mart mobile kiosk and get yourself a new smartphone. Oh yeah! And if the Lakers slash insert some sports team goes ahead and wins by 15 points, get yourself a third subscription to all those movies. This was a ad that Isaac saw at one point. It did not make him go ahead and buy the phone. Well, he bought the phone anyways because he needed a new one,
I mean,
and they were on
Cassidy
discount,
probably needs a
employee
new one,
discount.
but she just refuses to upgrade. She's a bit of a Luddite.
A Luddite a Luddite mage? You don't say.
I mean, she's Verbena.
And she gave Isaac that cold stare about old faithers.
I mean, that's why she is one.
Exactly. That's why she glared at him, because she is one. That's why if you look at her back, she's got a big-ass Thor's hammer tattooed on it.
Ooh.
But you can just barely see the top of, peeking over the top of her shirt.
Is that a tattoo?
Yeah, it is.
I've never seen, a tattoo before. Or, people don't show me their tattoos.
She'll turn around and lift up her shirt. It goes from about her hips all the way up to where her neck meets her back.
So cool. What, did it hurt?
Oh yeah, it hurt. It's right along my spine. It's one of the most painful places to get tattooed, but I figured that's where it needed to be. So
She'll nod. Like she understands, but she doesn't.
Clearly Isaac is not the only one who wants cookies.
This is a universal urge in love.
Because my kid is also saying cookie. Seriously, hush. Fine, have a cookie. Because all snacks to him are cookies. There.
That's great.
Yeah, Cassidy will slip her shirt back down. Yeah, she's definitely, what you would refer to as an old faither. She kind of stirs her water a little bit. It's got lavender and lemon in it today.
So, I've been kind of out exploring on my own, but maybe I could learn more about some of the factions here.
What do you want to know about?
Well, I'm a Verbena. There are, I think, 3 of us in the city. We tend more towards, well, as Isaac said earlier, the old faiths.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
And we tend to focus on life magic.
Besides Cassidy's group over there, yeah, no, I guess you just go ahead and want to call me a hollow one of the desperate groups. There's not a lot of us here, to be honest. But as far as our whatchamacallit, most prominent names, there is the Gravedigger, who is apparently entangled in his own troubles at the moment.
If you mean entangled in his own troubles, being held captive by Cypher 9.
Can you not say that is not a trouble? And can you not say that he is entangled in it?
I mean, I suppose so, but it's, you know, a little more serious than just a small problem.
Are we talking quantum entanglement or?
I mean, yeah, no, you could call it quantum entanglement. He's currently being held captive by a technocratic terrorist.
That's not what quantum entanglement is.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm not going to go over all the different little spins and quirks and quarks of these small little particles that aren't really particles, but are more of a wave, that aren't really a wave, but more like a thin sheet of reality, but not really a thin
Isaac!
sheet of reality when it's all over us cosmically.
I am sorry, dear.
He's very moody.
Yes.
I don't know what I did wrong.
You didn't do anything wrong, dear. That's just how Isaac is.
Isaac has gone back to his phone and has failed to progress past the tutorial again.
Even I am better at Candy Crush than you. This is sad.
I mean, like, if you want to go ahead and put some emotional weight into it, yes, it is sad. Very sad. And he goes ahead and like looks at you as you press like 3 freaking candies, and it comes back up to chocolates and a candy bar. Wah, wah.
You're very unlucky.
Not gonna fight you on that one. Yeah.
Would you like some help?
If you go ahead and help me, I'll just go ahead and like restart the game at level 1. It's what I do every time Hope goes ahead and like bails me out. I swear the only reason I've ever seen level 6 is because of Hope.
She does seem very sweet. I've only seen her a couple of times.
Yep. Best thing to come out of that nearly Nefande slash demon slash hell bound warrior priest type situation. Oh yeah, the Damocles.
I don't think I was here for that.
Well, if you wanted to know, apparently there was an offshoot of both the Crusaders and the Choristers called the Damocles that was being led by a priest who really, really believed that if he caused the apocalypse and granted a name to just this most beautiful statue of a little girl, the name being incredibly tainted by infernal and nefarious powers, that it would usher in a grand new age. We figured out that that was not going to happen. The priest lost his faith, and by the time we could go ahead and come up with a name for the statue that was just about to be a real girl, the only name that we could come up with was Hope. We really hoped it was going to work, and it did. We're
Well,
all glad it did.
seems like a fitting name.
As if for his part, just goes ahead and scratches his head.
You should play Merge Dragons.
What is Merge Dragons?
It's exactly what you think it is. You collect dragon eggs, and 3 of them makes a dragon. And, you get, the more dragon eggs you get, the higher level your dragons get.
Interesting. Can you show me?
Yeah, she'll pull it up on her phone.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and follow the instructions to get the app himself. Go ahead and watch the little dragons. Go ahead and play across the screen as the app goes ahead and downloads.
Also, it's pretty funny because the app will name them for you, and she'll scroll through her encyclopedia of dragons with all their silly names. A lot of them are named after food. I think
No,
the developers were
this,
really obsessed with food.
I mean, without food, could you live?
She thinks about it. I don't know, actually.
I mean, I've heard of people living for years and years and years in a coma. I don't think they go ahead and eat food.
Yes, but most of the time they have a feeding tube inserted.
That makes sense.
That's also true. Oh, I had to ask my mom.
Here's your mom, some type of doc?
Did you just say goth?
No, doc. Doctor.
Oh no, she's a Eos, goddess of the sunrise and light.
Oh, you're a Nephilim.
I do believe that's the correct term for it.
Man, Hermetics are just getting more and more elaborate with their naming systems, aren't they?
I'm not with the Order of Hermes.
Oh, that's not like a rank that your mother was given like a long time ago?
I mean, she told me she existed before these factions did, so
So maybe like a really, really early order of Hermes?
I don't know.
She's not Hermetic at all, is she?
Probably not. She's fairly busy. I only get to see her a few minutes every day.
I, I hearken to broach the subject, but at what time of day are you able to go ahead and converse with her?
Oh, at the dawn.
Gotcha. Isaac goes ahead and nods. Gotcha. As if everything is now just, okay with the situation. As everything just, falls into place, like gradually over his face.
My father is I think they're called aesthetics.
Even more
Cult of ecstasy.
understanding is now filling into Isaac's face.
You're making faces.
You have a face that contorts when you get emotional as well. So there. Burned? Question mark?
No,
Okay.
if you have to ask, most definitely not. But you tried. Actually, she'll like pull up a little purse, and she's got like gold stickers that say you tried on it.
You go ahead and like stick that sticker on his wrist.
She does hand it to him.
Oh, oh dear. Oh dear. He's just gonna go ahead and put it on his wrist and forget about it.
I mean, you have to admit, stickers are pretty great.
Yeah.
Even I cannot deny the merit of stickers.
So, I'll probably be hanging around this place a lot, trying to figure out which faction I want to join.
Most of us tend to hang around here a lot. The drinks and food are free.
Also, I have a question. Why would people ever willingly drink beer?
I couldn't tell you.
It tastes awful.
It's something of a acquired taste.
I mean, that's fair.
I was just gonna go ahead and pick up his phone one last time. Fail one last time at Candy Crush. Go ahead and look up the time. You know, I probably should have turned over those hawk dogs about 10 minutes ago.
You're supposed to be at work? Isaac!
He goes ahead and like stares at her. But supposed to? Are any of us supposed to be at work?
Go back to work!
And serve who? Serve
Keep the
them
store
what?
from getting robbed! You
It is
crazy person!
past the fucking witching hour, my good madam. Nobody comes in this time. Nobody. The only people that come in is fucking Farmer Joe. And guess what? Farmer Joe has been dead for about 50 fucking years. He just hasn't moved on yet.
Oh, heavens.
He's just gonna be wandering around the aisles going, oh, where's the milk at? Where is the eggs at? And I have to go ahead and continually point out to him that he physically cannot lift these things anymore. It's a whole deal.
Just laughing.
Yeah.
So I just decided tonight, as she's laughing, Isaac is continuing to on this little particular rant.
Are you done, Isaac?
Yes.
Okay.
So ghost dementia is a thing?
I mean, it's not really ghost dementia in the way that you're thinking about it, as if it was the degradation of like proper function. It's just that he's always like that. He's always been like that. He always just appears as if he's walking out of 1949 and a bunch of farm fields into his own like farmhouse. He always begins like that. It's just like stop at the end of the night. He just rewinds himself to the beginning, and it's always the same conversation. And he always calls me a goddamn beanstalk.
Well, you kind of
You
are.
are a little skinny.
Thank you both for like building up my self-esteem in this matter.
I can make you more cookies.
What?
Yes, actually go make those cookies. Those cookies are very fucking important because if Georgie comes back, I will know I will owe you something.
Cassie just nods.
Aurora will get a ping on her phone. And it says confirm so-and-so reservation. Like, oh, okay. I gotta go.
I must also go ahead and leave. So
Yeah,
depending.
I have cookies to bake, apparently.
I hope you have good luck.
Fingers crossed. My girlfriend's a lot better in the kitchen than I am.
If I come up to the attack, I will bring a canister of cookie dough.
A can?
Yeah, one of those little rolls of cookie dough.
But, like, is it in a metal can?
Yes, I think. I don't know. I'm not an expert at many things. I'm adequately ignorant about many other things.
Okay. Let's go do the things that we're supposed to be doing right now, because we each have things that we should be doing.
So that's like an invitation for one of us to go ahead and do an outro right there.
Yes, it is. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another scene for Darkness in Dublin, the Mage venue, and that is a cute pupper. See you next time.